So in the yesterday's class, we have seen the delay time, rise time, peak time, maximum overshoot, what is settling time. So we have discussed all these definitions, right? So in the today's class, so we are going to derive the time domain specifications. So what is rise time? What is the formula for the rise time? So what is the peak time? What is the derivation for peak time? How you are going to derive the peak time? What is mean by peak overshoot? Okay. So all this is going to be discussed in the today's class. Okay. See here. So what is rise time? Rise time is nothing but you have said it is the rise, the response. It is time taken for the response to rise from 0 to 100% for the very first time, right? So 0 to 100%, it should reach from 0 to 100%. And what is the actual time taken for reaching to 100%? That is nothing but you are saying it as a rise time. So for the second order system, for under damped case, what is the formula? C of t is equal to 1 minus e power minus zeta omega n into t by square root of 1 minus zeta square into sine of omega dt plus theta. There is a formula, right? It is for second order system for under damped case. Okay, now so to obtain the rise time, t is replaced with tr and c of t is equal to what you are taking c of t, the maximum value 100% reach అవ్వాలి అని చెప్తున్నాము. So what is 100% value by using this figure? What is 100% value? Maximum value is nothing but 1. So you are considering c of t is equal to 1. So c of tr is equal to 1 minus e power minus zeta omega n into tr by square root of 1 minus zeta square sine of omega dt tr plus theta is equal to 1. Okay, now you are here 1 minus so 1 and 1 gets cancel, 1 and 1 gets cancel. Okay, now after cancelling you are obtaining the you are obtaining the value as, what is the value? So you are obtaining the value as minus e power zeta omega n tr by square root of 1 minus zeta square sine of omega d tr plus theta is equal to 0. So now the value 0 here it is obtained. Okay, the value 0 here it is obtained by making both terms as zeros, or else any one of the terms should be as a 0. But here you are saying that the exponential term you are not saying it as a 0. It means nothing but you are not equating to a 0. So always you have to consider minus e power minus zeta omega n into tr is not equal to 0. Then if it is not 0, what should be the term that should be equal to 0? Sine of omega d tr plus theta is equal to 0. Okay, it is in the form of sine phi is equal to 0. Yes or no? So phi value ఎంత ఉంటే 0 అవుతుందా? Sine phi is equal to 0 when phi is equal to 0 or pi or 2 pi or 3 pi, right? And so on. So now you are considering that phi as, what is phi here? Phi is nothing but omega d tr plus theta is equal to pi. Okay, so omega d tr is equal to pi minus theta. So from this rise time tr is equal to pi minus theta by omega d, pi minus theta by omega d. Okay, already you know the formula, for theta and omega d. Okay, what is theta here? So from the right angle triangle, what is theta? So this is the right angle triangle. Okay, how can you write the theta? Tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is nothing but square root of 1 minus zeta square by zeta. Okay, so now by using this theta is equal to, what is the theta value? Tan inverse of square root of 1 minus zeta square by zeta. Okay, so you know this formula, right? And what is omega d? Omega d is equal to damped frequency of oscillation. So omega d is equal to omega n square root of 1 minus zeta square. So now you are substituting this theta value and omega d value in the above formula. Then your rise time is going to be taken as pi minus tan inverse of square root of 1 minus zeta square by zeta by 1 omega n square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, this is the rise time. Okay, this is the rise time for the second order underdamped system. Okay, and after that, now you are deriving the derivation for the peak time. You are deriving the derivation for the peak time. So peak is nothing but the maximum value. So how you are obtaining the maximum value? By taking the derivation for that particular equation, and if you are going to equate it to 0, you are obtaining the maximum value. Yes or no? So to find the expression for the peak time, so that is dp, differentiate your c of t. C of t is nothing but the response of the second order system in time domain. Okay, you are differentiating with respect to t and equating it to the 0. Okay, so that is nothing but you are writing the derivation as d by dt of c of t at t is equal to dp is equal to 0. Okay, now for this how you are taking the response, the unit step response of underdamped second order system is given by c of t is equal to 1 minus, what is c of t? You know c of t formula for the underdamped second order system. So what is the formula? C of t is equal to 1 minus e power minus zeta omega n into t by square root of 1 minus zeta square sine of omega dt plus theta. So this is the formula for underdamped second order system. Okay, now substituting the c of t in the above equation, by derivating that you will obtain the peak time. So see here, d by dt of c of t is equal to, first you are derivating it. Okay, so now minus e power, if you are going to derivate it, okay, the one value will be 0, constant of derivative of constant is nothing but 0. So remaining it is in the form of uv. So what is the derivative of the uv formula? U into v dash plus v into u dash. Yes or no? So now you are considering that formula. Okay, see here, first you are taking this as a, here you are taking sine of omega dt plus theta as u and this one as v. Okay, now if you are going to derivate it, sine of omega dt plus theta, that is u, v dash is nothing but you are derivating this exponential term. So minus e power minus zeta omega n into t by square root of 1 minus zeta square, and once again in the exponential term you have the t term. So once again you are derivating it. So what will be the value? Minus zeta omega n, minus zeta omega n. Okay, u v dash completed, and after that v u dash is nothing but v is this one. So minus e power minus zeta omega n into t by square root of 1 minus zeta square, and u dash is nothing but you have to differentiate this one. So sine of omega dt plus theta is nothing but cos of omega dt plus theta. Okay, once again one omega d into t has to be derivated. So what is that? You will obtain the omega d here. Okay, so after derivating this one, now replacing the omega d with omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, so by replacing it with that omega d value, okay, now you are obtaining the equation as, see here, e power, so minus of minus, what is the minus of minus? Plus. Okay, so e power minus zeta omega n into t by square root of 1 minus zeta square into zeta omega n sine of omega dt plus theta. Okay, now minus okay, omega d. Now see here, minus omega d, substituting omega d here. Omega d value, what is the omega d value? Omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square by square root of 1 minus zeta square into, you are writing the exponential term as separate, my e power minus zeta omega n into t cos of omega dt plus theta. Okay, and after that you are separating the common part. What is the common part here? Omega n into e power minus zeta omega nt by square root of 1 minus zeta square is the common part. And what are the remaining terms here? Remaining terms are zeta sine of omega dt plus theta, zeta sine of omega dt plus theta in this part, and here you have the remaining part as minus square root of 1 minus zeta square cos of omega dt plus theta. Okay, now after that you are writing the zeta as from the right angle triangle in the above figure. From this right angle triangle, what is zeta? Zeta can be written as cos theta. Zeta can be written as cos theta, and sin theta is nothing but square root of 1 minus zeta square. Yes or no? Sin theta ante ఏమని రాస్తామా? sin theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is 1 minus zeta square by hypotenuse is nothing but 1. Yes or no? Sin theta value ఏమవుతుంది? square root of 1 minus zeta square అవుతుంది. So now by taking that right angle triangle, you are replacing the terms of zeta as zeta value in దేంతో రీప్లేస్ చేస్తున్నాం? cos theta రీప్లేస్ చేస్తున్నాం. square root of 1 minus zeta square ని sin theta తో రీప్లేస్ చేస్తున్నాం. Okay, so after replacing the terms, now you are obtaining the equation as like this. Okay, and after that omega n by square root of 1 minus zeta square into e power minus zeta omega n into t. Okay, so now this is in the form of, see here, you are writing this term like this, shuffling these terms, sine of omega dt plus theta first, after that cos theta, and minus cos omega dt plus theta sin theta, like this you are shuffling the terms. Okay, and after that now it is in the form of sine of sin a cos b. You are considering this value as a sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. What is the formula of sin a cos b minus cos a sin b? Sin of a minus b, sin of a minus b. So you are writing this value. Okay, so you are remodifying your actual equation like this. Okay, so after remodifying the equation, you are obtaining the equation as 1 omega n by square root of 1 minus zeta square e power minus zeta omega n into t into sine of omega dt plus theta minus theta. Okay, now here theta and theta gets cancelled. So what will be the final equation now? Omega n by square root of 1 minus zeta square into e power minus zeta omega n into t into sine of omega dt. So this is the actual differentiation of c of t. For obtaining the peak time t is equal to tp, you have to equate it with a zero value. So now you are equating your differentiation of c of t is equal to 0. Okay, now what will be the value? So here also you are saying that omega n by square root of 1 minus zeta square e power minus e power is zeta omega n into tp sine of omega dt, tp is equal to 0. So in the previous derivation I have said, so exponential term should not be equal to 0. So the remaining term, what is the remaining term? Sine of omega dt, omega d tp is equal to 0. So now phi value is nothing but here phi value will be 0 or 2 pi or 3 pi, like that. So now omega d tp is equal to, you are considering it as pi. Okay, from this tp is equal to pi by omega d. Okay, once again by substituting the omega d formula as omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square, your peak time value is written as like this. Okay, tp is equal to pi by omega n square root of 1 minus zeta square. So this is the derivation and the peak time you have derived for the second order system. Okay, after that peak overshoot. So peak overshoot formula, what is the peak overshoot formula? Percentage of MP is equal to C of TP minus C of infinity by C of infinity into 100. So now C of t is nothing but, you know that C of t is equal to 1 minus e power minus zeta omega n into t by square root of 1 minus zeta square sine of omega dt plus theta. So So now C of Tp and C of infinity can be obtained by replacing the t value with Tp and infinity. Okay, so now first you are solving by substituting t is equal to infinity. So replacing the t with infinity value, C of t is equal to C of infinity is equal to 1 minus e power minus infinity by square root of 1 minus zeta square sine of omega dt plus theta, that is equal to 1 minus e power minus infinity. What is the value? 0. E1 minus 0, that is equal to 1. Okay, now t is equal to tp substitute చేస్తున్నాము. t is equal to tp substitute చేస్తే ఫార్ములా ఏమవుతుంది? 1 minus e power minus zeta omega n into tp by square root of 1 minus zeta square sine of omega d tp plus theta. Okay, so you know the value of tp. Okay, now substituting the tp value here, the formula is replaced with 1 minus e power minus zeta omega n pi by omega d by square root of 1 minus zeta square sine of omega d pi by omega d plus theta. So once again you know the omega d formula. What is omega d? Replacing omega d with omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square, you are obtaining this formula here. Okay, now after that sine of 180 plus theta. What is sine of 180 plus theta? What is sine of 180 plus theta? So it is sine theta. It is minus sine theta. 180 plus theta. 180 plus theta means nothing but you don't have a you will have only the tan and cot in the third quadrant. So you are obtaining minus sine theta here. So your equation is modified like this. So minus of minus, what will be the equation? It is 1 plus e power minus zeta omega n. Okay, here sorry, omega n and omega n gets cancelled. Okay, so e power minus zeta pi by square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, into sine theta divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, after that now from the right angle triangle, okay, what is sine theta? Sine theta is nothing but square root of 1 minus zeta square. Substituting sine theta value here. Okay, now after substituting sine theta value, 1 square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, now you will get the term as like this. Here 1 square root of 1 minus zeta square and 1 minus zeta square gets cancelled. So what will be the final equation? 1 plus e power minus zeta pi by square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, so you got t of infinity, t of infinity and t of tp, c of infinity and c of tp here. So substituting c of infinity and c of tp, now percentage of mp is equal to c of tp minus c of infinity by c of infinity into 100. So substituting those values here, c of tp value is nothing but 1 and c of tp value is 1 plus e power minus zeta pi by square root of 1 minus zeta square and c of infinity is 1. Okay, substituting those values here, 1 and 1 gets cancelled. So after cancelling the terms, e power minus zeta pi by square root of 1 minus zeta square into 100. So this is the final value we have obtained as a percentage of peak overshoot, that is percentage of EMP. So the value is nothing but e power minus zeta pi by square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, and the last time domain specification is nothing but settling time. So settling time is nothing but finally you will obtain the steady state without any dampings. Okay, so the response of the second order system has here two components. What are the two components? So decaying exponential component, that is nothing but the oscillations is going to be decreasing, so you will have the decaying exponential component. Okay, and the second one is nothing but sinusoidal component. So second order system formula ఏమని రాసామా మనము? So you have written the second order system formula as 1 minus e power minus zeta omega n. So this is the formula. So 1 square 1 minus e power minus zeta omega n into t by square root of 1 minus zeta square sine of omega dt plus theta, right? So in the two components are nothing but one is exponential component and the second one is nothing but sinusoidal component here. So now to obtain the settling time, okay, to obtain the settling time, so here settling time is decided by the exponential component. Why? Because exponential component is nothing but the oscillations component, right? So exponential components is decaying component. So based on the decaying component only you can say the whether you have obtained the response as steady state or not. So it is nothing but based on that only you can decide the settling time. So the settling time can be found out by equating the exponential component to percentage tolerance errors. Percentage tolerance errors. What are the percentage tolerance errors is nothing but, so you will have the two percentage tolerance errors. Yes, one is 2% tolerance error, okay, and the other one is 5% tolerance error, okay. So if you have the 2% tolerance error, what will be the settling time? And if we do have the 5% tolerance error, what will be the settling time? So you have to calculate it. So at t is equal to ts, so now you are finding the settling time. So t is equal to ts. So what will be the exponential component? So e power minus zeta omega n into t by square root of 1 minus zeta square. So t is replaced with ts. So now tolerance error is nothing but you have considered as 2%. 2% is nothing but 0.02. 2% is nothing but 0.02. So for least values of zeta, so e power minus zeta omega n into ts is equal to 0.02. That means nothing but you are neglecting square root of 1 is nothing but 1. Least values of zeta means nothing but you are eliminating this square root of 1 minus zeta square in the denominator part. So finally you are obtaining e power minus zeta omega into ts is equal to 0.02. Okay, now it is in the form of e power. Okay, now taking natural logarithm we get minus zeta omega n into ts is equal to ln of 0.02. That is nothing but minus zeta omega n into ts is equal to minus 4. So from this equation ts is equal to 4 by zeta omega n. 4 by zeta omega n. Okay, so the time constant t is equal to, now you are writing it as, you know that for the second order system the time constant t is equal to 1 by zeta omega n. Okay, now you are replacing the 1 by zeta omega n with the t, 1 by t, zeta omega n with 1 by t. Okay, so what is the settling time? ts is equal to 1 by zeta omega n, that is 4t, that is 4 into t. This is for 2% of error. If it is 5% of error, now you have to consider the exponential term as e power minus zeta omega n into ts is equal to 0.05. Okay, now minus zeta omega n into ts is equal to ln of 0.05. So what will the value? Minus zeta omega into ts is equal to minus 3. So ts is equal to 3 by zeta omega n, 3 by zeta omega n. So settling time ts is equal to 3 by zeta omega n, that is nothing but 3t. Okay, that is nothing but it is the settling time for the 5% of error. Like this for any errors you can calculate the settling time. So you are generalizing this equation as ts is equal to ln of percentage of error by t, ln of percentage of error by t. So that is nothing but you are writing it as, see here, t is nothing but 1 by zeta omega n, t is nothing but 1 by zeta omega n. Okay, so ln of percentage of error is nothing but ln of, if it is 7% you are taking it as 0.07. okay, like that you are calculating the settling time for any percentage of error. Okay, like this you have the time domain specifications for the second order system for a underdamped system. Okay, now by using all these time domain specifications you are going to have the you are going to do the problems here. Okay, so this is going to be discussed in the next class.